Welcome back to It Was Never a Phase Cards. My name is TJ, and we have another great Pokemon market update for you guys. The market is not slowing down at all. It's absolute insanity. And today we're going to be focusing on specialty sets. So we're talking Elite Trainer boxes, and we'll also talk some singles and some PSA 10 pricing, with these sets moving up to either continued new all-time highs or we're about to see another big leg up across the board. And there's a few nuggets sprinkled throughout this video, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. But let's just jump straight into it. And we're starting off with Prismatic Evolutions, which, to be fair, is a set we've talked about a lot recently. Maybe not quite as much as 151, but I do think right now, specifically this product on screen, which is the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box, it's at an all-time high, but I think we are just scratching the surface, and we're going to see new and crazy prices faster than we can anticipate. I don't think anybody in the space is as bullish as they need to be. Nobody's bullish enough. But right now, new all-time high, like I mentioned. The previous all-time high, $407 back in October, dropped to a low of $320 after that, and now we're seeing a current market price of $457. But it's where this box is going that intrigues me even more. And I think end of year 2026 is probably going to be pretty crazy. But the reason I bring this up is when the market is this hot and moves this fast, we see more that have sold in the past month than what is currently listed. And you can usually, we've seen it happen in the past during the past crazy run-ups. You can take a look at the listed median price, which is $750, significantly more. We're talking $300 more than the current listing. And usually that comes true. That is an indicator of where the listings are at. And right now, I mean, over the past month, just for this box, we've had 96 sell. It slowed down a little because it is a very expensive box. There's only 76 listed. So supply and demand, right? If this trend continues, we're going to see the supply drop, the demand stays the same, and the price runs. So $750, I mean, right now we're talking, it's at $450. We are one listing away from already being at $500. I mean, and then it's starting to take leaps up to $520, $575. And then at the bottom of page one, we're talking $600. So it's not really a stretch. I'm not trying to hype the product up. I'm just letting you guys know that it looks like Prismatic PC ETBs are going to continue to rise. And I think it's going to be quicker than a lot of people expect. So you guys are going to keep a close eye on the PC ETBs for Prismatic. I'll keep you guys updated, obviously throughout the weeks, but it's looking crazy there. And then the regular Elite Trainer box is seeing massive gains right now. It's about to be a $200 box. I mean, look at the 3-month chart. We're talking 68% growth on this box in the last 3 months alone, from a low of $113 up to around $196. So if you take a little bit of a zoom out, obviously 1 year high on this, and the 1 year low was around, they only dropped below 100 a few times to around $98. And then a previous run up of around 136 came back down to 117, and now we're seeing $200 for a standard Prismatic PC ETB. It's not a shock or surprise to me to see this at this price. The demand and hype for Prismatic Evolutions was and is absolutely insane. I mean, the only thing that has really eclipsed it since then is possibly Ascended Heroes. The demand for that set, as far as I can tell, seems to outclass what we've seen from Prismatic. So it'll be interesting to see what that set does long term. But listed median is not quite as high compared to the PC ETB. It's only listed at 225. So it might not jump, there's obviously more standard ETBs. It might not make quite as big of a jump, but still looking really good. I mean, obviously a ton of growth happening recently for Prismatic Evolution. So a lot of people picking up Prismatic product across the board, including the Super Premium Collection. We're talking 44% growth, continuing to rise. We mentioned this one recently, but current market price $350, most recent sale $376, listed median, which once again can be a very solid indicator, $447. There's, over the past month, 201 boxes sold, 152 listed. So once again, same thing, supply and demand going to be playing an issue with this set moving forward throughout this year. It's just insane to where we're at now. I mean, you take a look, the only thing higher, the previous spike on this box was 320 back in September and October, and it's obviously surpassed that. The only thing previously higher for the SPC was the crazy, pre-order prices can be pretty high. So that's been the only thing that's been higher. If you eliminate that, we're at a new all-time high for the Super Premium Collection as well. And then this is the first little nugget of the video. I mentioned this a few videos ago, but I wanted to bring it up again because we're already starting to see it rise. With what we're seeing from the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box, this is the promo and the stamped version, right? This is the Eevee number 173. I think that this card has a ton of upside potential. I just wanted to bring it up again. I don't say this very often, especially when it comes to singles, because I think a lot of the better no-brainer plays is sealed. Sealed tends to rise, at a much safer and more predictable manner. Singles can be more volatile. But if you're looking at picking up a single that definitely has some upside potential, this is one of the ones you're going to want to look at. Still, I think extremely undervalued when you compare it to what we're seeing from the Charmander Pokemon Center promo, the Snorlax Pokemon Center stamp promo. I mean, this card's still relatively affordable at $73. I mean, it is going up right now, right? Most recent sale, 87. Lowest listeds are all 80 and up. But just look at the chart. It has been as high as 115 and 150 in the past. And I think it can eclipse those highs. It's a great promo card, obviously from a great set. So keep an eye out for this Eevee to continue to move up. So it's just, I would say a recommended play is probably picking this one up. Like I said, we saw what the PC ETBs are doing and the direction they're headed. The higher those go up, the higher the stamped cards will go up as well. So I just wanted to mention that one again. And then a little bit of an update on the Umbreon. I still think we're going to see some bigger numbers for this card from Prismatic. This is the special illustration rare 161. We've seen a little bit of a climb, right? It's up to around 1,200. Most recent sale, 1,400. A very, very low pop card, low supply on TCG Player right now. We're talking 14 copies currently listed, 25 sold over the past month, and look where we're at right now. Lowest listed, there's actually, it says 14, there's really not 14. I think those are alternative language cards that are popping up here. I mean, we're talking there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 near mint copies listed. Or maybe, yeah, it could be other, maybe like lightly played, stuff like that. As far as near mint goes, like I said, there's 5. I mean, 1,300, 1,400, then possibly 1,700 up to 2,000. I think 5,000 is a little excessive for this card raw, but we could be seeing these numbers here if this trend continues. Once again, there's just not that many cards listed right now, and it's looking pretty good, 20% growth over the past month. So we could be seeing the Umbreon continue to move up as well. Just wanted to point that out. Like I said, between the two, I think the safer play and the much more affordable play is the stamped Eevee. On the graded side, we have seen the Umbreon move up. Sales not that long ago we saw like higher $3,000 range, lower $4,000. Now we're seeing last sold around $4,600 for the Umbreon in a 10, which is insane. The population there's been 15,300 copies graded as of this recording, with 4,600 hitting that PSA 10. So that's your Prismatic update. We're going to talk about a few other sets, but real quickly, I wanted to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Double Hollow. Now, Double Hollow has a lot going on. Not only are they a marketplace like your eBay, you can sell any cards that you have just like you would on eBay, but they have a 4.9% seller fee, much, much lower than eBay. So not only are they a great marketplace to be able to sell some of your cards at an affordable fee. That is honestly one of the things I like the most about Double Hollow, because, as I've sold on eBay many times, that high selling fee on eBay really burns you. It can really eat into your profits. So if you want to check out Double Hollow just for the 4.9% seller fee and the market alone, I think it would be worth it. But they have a ton of other rich data-driven features and premium tools you can see right here on the screen. We'll take a look at some of these premium tools that I'm talking about right here. So they have sentiment, AI picks, pack value, grading ROI, and tons of other features like this as well. So if you're talking market sentiment, we can go over here, click to the last 30 days and see what over the past, I like a little bit wider sentiment for me. So if we look at 30 days, one of the highest sentiment on here is Prismatic Evolutions booster bundle displays, Destined Rivals booster boxes. You do have the Chinese 151 booster box on here. Booster bundles from 151. Ascended Heroes PC ETBs are trending high as well. So you can kind of see also Evolving Skies, stuff like this. So you can know kind of where market sentiment is. They also use AI to have some top 10 cards to buy, top 10 cards to avoid or sell. And it's funny how the Kabuto first edition is on here as to avoid. I think that's actually kind of funny after that bit crazy run up, which, anyways, the Kabuto card. But top 10 cards to buy. They have the Bubble Mew listed as number 1. And they have a ton of data driven, like we can click the analysis and kind of see a little bit of key insight, talk about you know, all of this stuff as far as why they think that this card is, or the Mega Meganium actually from Ascended Heroes is at number 2. We got the Moltres at number 3. And you could talk about the positive sentiment, the grading ROI. You can expect a 309% grading return ROI, strong technical analysis, very low PSA pop. So stuff like that. You can know what cards are hot, what's worth grading, all sorts of great information through Double Holo. This one is interesting as well. Last one we're going to mention here is the pack value, which if you want to know, hey, what packs are worth opening? What kind of expected value can I get? You know, Ascended Heroes right now, you can expect expected value of around $6.87 versus the pack price of $12.27. So you can see the pack value, the rate 0.56. So that's like one of the top ones. Phantasmal Flames, $4.14 versus, you can see the ratios here, all of that. So they have a ton of great information as far as all of that goes. So if you want to check that out, these are the premium features that I'm showing you guys here, which you do have to pay for. Is a monthly subscription if you guys want to check that out. But I do have a discount code and a sign up link down in the description if you guys want to check that out. So make sure you go check out Double Holo. Thank you to them for sponsoring this video. But not, like I said, not only do they have a great marketplace with great seller fees, but they have a ton of other great data-driven features and stuff like that. We didn't even really talk about the grading ROI, but that's another thing there as well. So make sure you guys check out Double Holo for all of those awesome features. But let's get back to the topic at hand, which is specialty sets. Now, check out where this is a set. These sets right here between Blackbolt and White Flare are two sets that they haven't gotten enough attention, I would say arguably in general or specifically on my channel. But right now the Pokemon Center ETBs are seeing quite a bit of a shoot up. We went through a little bit of a run where, you know, last year PC ETBs saw incredible growth, and then we saw people were kind of cooling off on them for a while, and I think that trend is reversing now, and we're starting to see PC ETBs start to heat back up, including White Flare. 42% gain. I mean, this was super undervalued at $130. Great looking box, by the way. $130 up to $190. Most recent sale, $215. Lowest listed is $220. So White Flare ETBs are on their way up. Take a little bit of a zoom out. They've been, if you exclude the pre-release pricing, we're at a new all-time high, right? Previous all-time high was back in October at around 211, and we're at, you know, 220 lowest listed. So once again, another set continuing to trend up. Also, as far as this set goes, the chase card of the set, the Reshiram SIR number 166, this is actually a card that's not up. This is a card that's down. But the reason I bring this up is maybe a decent time to buy. It's not quite at its all-time low. It's up a few dollars from its all-time low of 146. So if you were looking at picking up the Reshiram chase card from the set, not a horrible time to consider picking it up, especially, you know, we're going to get some more attention. The box prices are going to continue to rise. So if you're looking at picking this up, pretty decent time overall, you know, barely above that all-time low. So not a bad time to pick that up. There's other cards from the set as well, but I just wanted to focus on the chase card. Similar thing with Blackbolt, except this ETB was already a little bit ahead of what we're seeing from White Flare. So the growth recently isn't as big, 25%, but current market price $230, most recent sale $238. Lowest listeds are all higher. We're talking $240, $250s. So another box that is already on its way up. Listed median is $300. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this box get up to that point as well. Same thing with, let's see, the previous high was around $240. So we are, next sales go through. If we exclude pre-release pricing, once again, we will be at a new all-time high here within a few sales. So about to crack through on Blackbolt. Similar story with the Zekrom. It's up a little bit more. You can see the all-time low is around, the cards held up a little bit better, right? Maybe Zekrom being a little bit more popular. $191 was the low. It's up to around $200. So if you're thinking about picking up the Zekrom, which by the way, stunning chase card from the set. I do love this card. It's just complete aura farming. But SIR number 166, not a bad time to consider picking it up as well, as far as this goes. Still a newer set, so once again, always be more cautious with singles, but it is coming off of an all-time low, so just keep that in mind. And then the last set I wanted to mention, once again, is Crown Zenith. And we're continuing to see Crown Zenith products just, even if they're slowing down, they're just steadily climbing. And right now we're looking at the Sea and Sky box, which every time I see this, I just think about how available these were at Sam's Clubs and Facebook Marketplace for $60, $70 all day long. And now they're like $300 now. Market price of 270, most recent sale 295. All the lowest list, I mean, we're right there, 295, and then we're up to pretty much $300. So Crown Zenith Sea and Skyboxes are about to be $300. 108% growth on the year, just such a steady growth. A year ago even, such a buy at $129, $130 for Sea and Skyboxes. We are seeing some of these singles from the set move up as well, including the Giratina Gold, which is currently the most expensive chase card, and I would argue one of the best golds we've ever gotten. Crown Zenith, the set of 4 golds are, I think, as far as golds go overall, especially if you include them as in a set, the best gold cards we've ever gotten. But Giratina GG49 is up 15% in the past 3 months. Current market price 223. Take a little bit of a zoom out. Previous 1-year high, we're right there at the cusp of that, 223, 224. Lowest listeds, looks like it may be seeing a tiny bit of a drop. There's a few sales. We're talking 2 teens, and then it might shoot up. We sell through those, then maybe it eclipses that previous 1-year high. 1-year low, keep in mind, around $150 for the Giratina. On the graded side, last sold $410 in a PSA 10, 40,600 copies graded, with only 22,400 hitting that PSA 10. And then a lot of people like this card more than the Giratina, but this is the Mewtwo V-Star GG44 fighting Charizard. Another aura farming card for sure. Up around 16% in the past 3 months, right under that $200 mark, but most recent sale was actually over that at 204. Lowest listed, there's 2 in the 190s, and then we're talking 200 and up. And we see a big jump potentially. I mean, we're talking 5, maybe 7 sales, and we're talking a jump up to around $230. So keep in mind that could happen as well. The previous high on this card was around 211 back in September. And if we look at supply, 69 copies sold over the past month with 46 available. So we'll have to see, once again, if the supply and demand stays the same, we'll see this card at a new all-time high or 1-year high in the future. On the graded side, 41,000 copies sold. 41,000 copies graded, 24,000 copies hitting that 10, and the last sold $415 in that PSA 10. And then lastly, the Elite Trainer box for Crown Zenith, the standard one, has slowed down a little bit. You can see, let's see, over the past month, it's only up a measly 21%, but it's still climbing, right? Just over 300, slowly climbing. Current market price, 303. Most recent sale, 324. Lowest listeds, we're talking 320 and up. So it's in a smaller leg up, but still continuing to move up. And $126 a year ago. Great looking ETB, amazing set, super deep set. Not surprised to see this continuing to climb. And like I said, end of year 2026 is going to be interesting. Where do you guys think? Leave a comment. Where do you think all of these products are going to be end of year 2026? I don't think anybody is quite bullish enough, just with the direction the market is headed. And then also, this is the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box Plus. Wanted to mention this one. Over the 3 months, it's pretty much flat, but it's starting to see a little bit of a rise. It's not one that sells very often either. Let's see, listed median 500, most recent sale 450. So it's going to be trending up here over the next few months, I would say. It's a slower mover. It's been as high as 450 in the past, so we're about to be at that all-time high with that most recent sale at 450. A few more sales go through. Just a little bit of a slower mover, but a more unique box, right? Not as many people have this one in their collection. So that's all I have for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. We are still on high alert for that Pokemon Center, the Chaos Rising pre-order. It looks like hopefully it should be today. It could have already happened by the time this video goes live. I don't know. I'm recording this video a little bit earlier than I normally do, so I can be ready for that Chaos Rising pre-order drop. So if you guys are going to be in that queue or were in that queue, and hopefully you guys hit and had a great time for that live stream. But that's all I have for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, it was never a phase.